More news is coming out about the new Netflix ad-supported experience and how more streaming platforms are turning to out-of-home advertising to drive new user growth. And we'll discuss how the evolution of one specific online ad format may hold the key to unlocking real adoption by digital marketers using out-of-home to scale. This is the tear sheet for June 17th, 2022. Welcome to Out of Home Insider Daily, the tear sheet for media executives, business development people, and advertising
welcome Mark Boidman.
Alike. The concept of the tear sheet, it takes its roots in the world of finance from an old practice where stockbrokers would tear a sheet out of their summary book to give investors a stock recommendation. And while this isn't a show about hot stocks or financial tips, it is meant to be a rundown of the news that's relevant to our business and to offer some perspective for you to consider when processing it. First, on Netflix. Netflix told us it was bringing ads to the streaming party in 2022, and it still hasn't revealed exactly how, but reports are slowly trickling in. The reported plan sounds comparable to those on services like Amazon Prime Video and Hulu and the Roku channel and Comcast Peacock for that matter, but vastly different for a service that has for years been focused on interruption-free, subscription-based binging. The company is rethinking everything from password sharing to how it greenlights shows as it recovers from its 72% stock nosedive. But the proposals now underscore how much it's banking on delivering that cheaper subscription tier in time for a holiday gift this year. Because it's the thought that counts. Thanks so much, Netflix. So as Netflix moves to this ad-supported model, similar to that of his Amazon Prime streaming service and Hulu, how will they continue to acquire new users and customers? Well, there may be some strong evidence that this is the case for out-of-home. The challenge with digital platforms and ecosystems is really new reach. Over time, digital platforms have struggled with the challenge of becoming silos or echo chambers and having a hard time finding new customers. Out of livemint.com comes this news about video streaming platforms. Video streaming platforms are going big on outdoor advertising as people step out of home after close to 2 years of COVID-induced lockdown. The CEO of Hoi Choi, a Bengali streaming service, said, "Outdoor advertising is impactful and reaches a mass audience at the same time. We opt for the hoardings or cutouts or billboards at primary locations across cities and areas with high footfall to reach maximum impact and reach. This approach, while being used in Tier 1 cities, is actually more impactful in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities where traditional methods of advertising work even better." That's from the CEO of Hoi Choi. That's not me saying it. That's the CEO of Hoi Choi streaming service out of Bengali, saying that Tier 2 and Tier 3 markets are the most impactful. Outdoor advertisements inform viewers about their app as well as offline offerings that they have available through retail stores. PJ Solomon's Mark Boidman has been very on the record about exactly this. Now we're going to try to share this, and let's see if I don't screw it up too bad. Here we go. We got the share, and we're going to click that. We're going to do this, and this is like take 75. So here's Mark Boidman.
But if you think about the opportunity, Alex, the opportunity is to diversify into other out-of-home media channels. And out-of-home media is one of our favorite channels. That's the opportunity to reach consumers on the go.
What does that mean?
So it's in the physical world. It's billboards, it's screens and seat backs of taxis, elevators, gas stations, airports. It's an incredible opportunity to reach a consumer who's got their cell phone in their hand, they're on the go, they're in purchase mode. But it's also an opportunity to reach them when they're in conversation. So you reach somebody in the elevator or they see a screen on their way home and a billboard for a new show. They go home. It's something to talk about. So it's really relevant in real time.
So the idea is that they actually drive growth?
They drive growth. In fact, Netflix.
So I go see an elevator and I talk with my friend. I'm like, I got to sign up for Netflix?
Well, but yeah, where they say there's a particular show I want to see. And that's where these conversations happen. And the beauty is content. There's so much new content. It's very hard to aggregate an audience today. You have so much media. People are reaching, 5,000 to 10,000 messages in their minds a day. How do you break through that clutter? Out of home is the perfect channel to do that. And the reason for that is because you stand out, right?
And with the recent Prime Video campaign for hit series The Boys, the superhero drama that shows the slightly darker side of being gifted with the powers of flight and see-through walls, Prime Video's TV series The Boys is breaking the fourth wall with a creative installation from IPG's Rufus, Billy Media, and Phantom Bill stickers. The unmissable out-of-home campaign promoting the launch of the series' third season is brought to life with an activated billboard featuring Kiwi actor Carl Urban shooting laser beams out of his eyes and appearing to destroy a car. The activated billboard is supported by large street format posters, LED lighting, and a burnt-out car, together providing passersby with a truly theatrical experience. Prime Video, Billy Media, and Rufus understood how to harness the scale and power of the Phantom Bill Stickers network, giving them the freedom to bring this to life, and everyone involved with the project has been extremely proud of its success. That coming from Kirsten Lowry, Phantom's sales director. Ben Poole, co-founder of Billy Media, says this execution was a true showcase of the power of outdoor advertising. It has been the centerpiece of the boys' outdoor campaign in Auckland, and it's grabbed the attention of commuters, generated a huge amount of buzz online, and ultimately got people talking about the new season of the show. The boys' execution is a great example of the opportunity that exists within this real-world channel to stand out while also creating a unique ability to live in the online world, says Poole. Rohan Prasad, co-founder of Billy Media, says seeing the interest from the public that the site generates and the sharing of it on social media has been amazing. There is so much untapped potential in the creative outdoor space, and Billy Media is raring to champion this medium to marketers. And while the idea of ads that don't look like ads is native to the out-of-home advertising industry, it is not native for the internet, which makes this next piece out of Forbes very interesting when applied to the context of our business. Out of Forbes, 3 big advantages of native advertising. Native ads are ads that don't look like ads. They're typically found at the bottom of a news page. And today, this modern marketing strategy is being looked at as a blue ocean opportunity. Businesses are beginning to discover its power, large, small, regional, small mom and pop to big national, international brands. And you've definitely seen these types of ads. They look like articles, but they're actually paid ads. The first advantage of native advertising is that it doesn't disrupt a user's content experience. Neither does out of home. The most distinctive feature that puts native ads at the forefront is that they don't disrupt the user. For instance, YouTube ads still use the same tactic as TV in the 60s. When you're watching a certain video, an ad pops up, you're forced to watch it, turn away, close your eyes, go make a sandwich in any case you're disrupted from your viewing experience. Second advantage is that native ads aren't dependent on consistently changing algorithms. Most companies advertise on big social platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, but many are getting more disappointed than ever. These platforms are losing slack by being inconsistent, changing up algorithms often, and increasing ad prices. And if an ad platform is inconsistent, it makes planning ahead of time very difficult. Because of that, businesses are more likely to leave the platform since it might weaken the scaling process. This is an opportunity for out of home. We don't interrupt anybody's content experience. We don't depend on any sort of algorithm. There's signs on sticks in the ground. Thinking of ourselves like the native ad platform that we are really starts to draw parity between online platforms such as native advertising online. The third advantage, according to Forbes, is the ability to scale. If you've run bigger campaigns in the past, especially on Facebook, you might have noticed that the cost to acquire a customer increases as you spend more. So when you're trying to scale a Facebook campaign too aggressively, a winning campaign can turn into a losing one very fast. Quite frankly, the CPA will explode, and every price increase that you experience ultimately makes it unprofitable and challenging to continue doing that. On top of that, popular ad platforms such as Facebook or Instagram only make space for a certain number of ads to be displayed to keep up with the best user experience. So this means if there's more demand during busy times such as Black Friday or Christmas, the ad space gets tighter. And at some point, scaling becomes impossible, no matter how much you have in budget. And that's really the beauty of out of home. There are no limitations on how much share of voice you can buy except for your budget. And when you compare out of home on a cost per 1,000 impression basis, there are very few online tactics, native advertising included, that can even come close. So what does it all mean? We need to start thinking about out of home as a native ad platform because we really start to unlock the power of our channel for the same reasons that digital marketers online love native ads, except ours are way bigger, just as deterministically targeted based on real-world behavior versus online platforms that guess at behaviors and demographics, psychographics, and we're significantly more engaging, as we've heard earlier from the CEO of Hoi Choi, as demonstrated by the amazing offline campaigns carried out by online platforms. And that's your tear sheet for June 17th, 2022. Make sure to subscribe or follow wherever you're getting this information, and we'll have more from the front lines tomorrow.